Have you ever experienced a moment that felt too meaningful to be just coincidence? Perhaps you repeatedly saw the same number. Perhaps you thought about someone and they suddenly contacted you. Or maybe you came across a message that seemed to arrive exactly when you needed it. Many spiritual traditions describe these experiences as signs or synchronicities. A synchronicity is often understood as a meaningful coincidence, an event that appears ordinary on the surface, but feels deeply connected to your inner state or your life path. The idea is not that every event carries a hidden message, but that sometimes life presents moments of alignment that capture our attention. One of the most common examples people talk about is repeating numbers. Seeing numbers such as 1111, 222, or 333 repeatedly often leads people to pause and wonder whether these patterns have meaning. For some, these numbers simply act as reminders to become more aware of the present moment. For others, they symbolize alignment, a feeling that your thoughts and your direction in life are becoming clearer. Another type of spiritual sign people report is intuitive guidance. This can appear as a quiet inner feeling that nudges you toward a decision or encourages you to move away from something that does not feel right. Unlike fear or anxiety, intuitive guidance often feels calm and subtle. It does not pressure you. It simply invites you to pay attention. Unexpected encounters can also feel like synchronicities. Meeting someone who shares exactly the information you needed, or arriving at the right place at the right time, can create the feeling that life is gently guiding certain connections. However, it is important to approach these experiences with balance. Not every coincidence needs to be interpreted as a sign. Sometimes the most meaningful approach is simply to stay open and aware. Instead of searching obsessively for messages, allow yourself to notice patterns naturally. When a moment truly carries meaning for you, the feeling is often unmistakable. Synchronicities do not force direction in your life. Instead, they invite reflection. They encourage you to pause, observe, and reconnect with your awareness. And sometimes, the greatest value of these moments is simply the reminder that life is full of connections we do not always notice. The concept of synchronicity was introduced by the Swiss psychologist Carl Jung. Jung described synchronicity as a meaningful coincidence, events that appear connected not by cause and effect, but by meaning. For example, imagine thinking deeply about someone you haven't spoken to in years, and suddenly they call you the same day. In traditional science, this might be considered coincidence. But Jung believed that sometimes these moments reveal a deeper connection between the inner world of the mind and events happening in the external world. He suggested that the human psyche is not completely separate from the universe around us. Instead, our inner experiences, thoughts, emotions, and symbols may sometimes align with external events in ways that feel profoundly meaningful. So if synchronicities exist, what could be the mechanism behind them? To understand synchronicity, Jung believed we must understand something deeper about the human mind. One of Jung's most influential ideas was the concept of the collective unconscious. This theory suggests that beneath our personal memories and experiences, there is a deeper layer of the mind shared by all human beings. In this deeper level of the psyche, live universal patterns called archetypes. These archetypes appear throughout history in myths, religions, dreams, and symbols across different cultures. Jung believed that synchronicities could occur when events in the external world resonate with these deep psychological patterns. In other words, when something inside our psyche aligns with something happening outside us, we may experience what feels like a meaningful coincidence. This is why synchronicities often appear during moments of personal transformation, emotional reflection, or major life decisions. According to Jung, these moments can feel like signals encouraging us to pay attention to our inner life. Our brains are naturally wired to look for patterns. When several negative events happen close together, we often interpret them as a single story, a narrative of bad luck. In neuroscience, this relates to how the brain's attention systems focus strongly on negative outcomes. This tendency is sometimes called negativity bias, the mind giving more weight to problems than to neutral or positive events. But philosophers throughout history have offered a different perspective. Stoic philosophers believed that challenges are not punishments from the universe, but signals, moments inviting reflection and adjustment. From this point of view, what we call bad luck may actually be feedback. Sometimes when a path is not aligned with our deeper values or well-being, friction appears. Obstacles, discomfort, resistance. These experiences can push us to pause, reconsider, and choose a different direction. So perhaps what we call bad luck is not simply random misfortune. Sometimes it can be life encouraging us to slow down, reflect, and adjust the path we are walking. Have you ever experienced a synchronicity that felt impossible to ignore? Maybe a repeated number, a coincidence, or a meeting that changed your path? I'd love to hear your story in the comments. And if you enjoy exploring spirituality, psychology, and consciousness, consider subscribing for more videos like this.